Sorry about that. I prematurely terminated the last video by accident. Like I said, the camera is acting up today. My phone is doing this thing that is not very responsive. Or maybe it's just me. It's been a long day. Anyway, we'll do this in two pieces. That's okay. We've done that before. So as I was saying, I did not get this action figure because I like the design. Because yeah, okay, it's a rabbit. It's a rabbit head on a space suited body. It's not really all that interesting design was. I got this because well, I knew we were coming up to the year of the rabbit, and I knew I needed a rabbit. Uh, Strictly speaking, from a design standpoint, if you ignore the interesting backstory, the character of Jackson is very generic. From the neck down, he is comprised of two previous figures. The chest and arms come from the TIE Fighter figure from 2015, and the legs come from the Luke Skywalker figure from 2016. So the only new piece is the head and the chest armor that is added on here. And other than his two pistols that can be stored in his holsters or held in his hand, he doesn't come with anything else. Also, he is a fan channel exclusive. He was released, I believe, at the end of 2021 by Hasbro. I am not quite sure what the fan channel exclusive deal is. If that means he's more valuable than other figures, maybe I can sell him for a higher price or what. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically Jackson, the space rabbit. He's very well articulated, as you've seen in the previous video. I got him in all kind of cool poses. So articulation-wise, it's a good action figure. He is a little bit scrawny and small, really, just like a lot of the Star Wars action figure. When you are used to the kind of figure you get in Marvel Legend or uh, right now, McFarlane Toys give you the most bang for your bucks, really. They get really big figures with accessory and collector's card and display base, and they can sell it for 19.99. Now, this rabbit cost me over $30. So, yeah, this is yet another reason why I'm thinking about stopping collecting Star Wars because the price is going up, but the figures themselves they're kind of smaller than a lot of the other figures, and they don't come with a lot, and they also reuse a lot of the very generic body parts. As previously mentioned, our rabbit smuggler here has green fur. His ears are bent outward. I don't know what kind of expression that is. He looks kind of mean and seedy, actually. He has red eyes. He's wearing a red and orange space suit with some white armor over it. So yeah, I mean he looks like he knows his business, and his armor, his the color of his suit, make it look like he's been through a few tussles. He's not pristine clean or anything. So he has that weathered warrior look about him. Since he's built on the same body as Luke Skywalker and the TIE fighter pilot, you can definitely expect he to be more or less the same height as a regular human character. Now, if you count his ears, then he's a little bit taller than they are, but I mean, counting the ears is just a bit uh, ridiculous. If you count him to the top of his head, then yeah, he's basically the same height, same size as all the other human characters. For a quick size comparison, I have Jackson, our space rabbit, standing next to Chirrut Im, who we have shown before, the Star Wars really, really cool blind warrior monk from the, I believe this was the Rogue One movie. Yes, and played by Donnie Yen himself. But you can see that they are more or less the same size. I mean, obviously, Jackson looks slightly bigger because he is wearing some armor over his suit. But height-wise and silhouette-wise, they look very similar. in build and construction. And here is Jackson standing next to a standard size Captain America, also made by Hasbro. So you can see that Captain America is already like a pretty ordinary, regular sized character in the Marvel universe, and then Jackson just looks so puny next to him. Uh, which again, let me go back to price. I mean, these usually are about the same price, but Star Wars just seems to give you so little for the money you spend as far as the size of the figure and the construction and all that. And to further emphasize my point, here is a McFarlane Batman figure standing right next to our Hasbro Star Wars Jackson figure. The difference, I am sure you guys can see it on camera, it's ridiculous. Like Batman towers over Jackson, has way more presence to him. That just almost seems like twice the amount of plastic on the Batman action figure. And yet the Batman action figure is 19.99, while the Jackson figure cost me over $30. Like this is just one of the many reasons why I have pretty much made up my mind that I'm going to stop collecting Star Wars from this point on and just sell my collection to recoup some money so I can pay for Tiger's medical bill. Now I sound like I've been like trash talking the Star Wars action figures, and that is just purely my own preferences. These are by no means bad action figures. Are they overpriced? Yes, they are overpriced, but Hasbro does have to pay licensing fee to Disney and all that stuff, and so I don't know all the details that go behind it. Making action figures not cheap, I understand that. Just from a personal standpoint, comparing to a lot of the other stuff that's out there being offered on the market right now. The Hasbro Star Wars figure to me seemed like uh, a bit of a waste of money, to tell the truth. Now, if Star Wars is your thing and you continue to collect Star Wars figures, then all the more power to you. You obviously love it. You have connection to the character. But for myself, this is time to bow out. Speaking of bowing out, I guess this is it for today's video. Don't forget, if you want to see some cool action figure photographies and uh, my own artwork and keep up with my movements, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter with @JohnnyTiger1981.